Hello. Uh, so I missed a day yesterday, and I guess there's some resistance, or there's a. I suppose there was not not even a want to judgment. There was just some remembrance of being able to remember it, obviously, and not want to act surprised while recording it. I suppose. Um. Yeah. But I was just out there on a walk, and had the thought to do this, and yeah, I don't know if it was the realtor coming by, or just a situation of feeling on my own for the once, with all this those tears coming in with the acceptance of not being responsible for anyone else. It kind of coincided with the delivery of this cool new vibration raising stone I got from Modern Day Mystic. I noted I had ignored mostly, outside of the feeling of wanting to raise the vibration of all my items everywhere in the house. To help with that, not being responsible or feeling the need to explain my lack of compromise to every organic matrix for Yetis, trying to understand whether I can understand dragons or not yet. But I suppose that's a joke for a different creationalist story, or channeler of original seeders of this place. Since any utopia that I can imagine seems to be overlaid with the poverty situation of my family, either being too detached as unconsciousness, or too dead to be able to reach me under these types of overprotective natures of my own ego. And it's actually the most translation that I've been doing from the intuitive side of my little spiritual ego life experience of just worrying that having negative thoughts, or egoic thoughts, or thoughts at all really, will lead to externalizations or rationalizations towards whether or not my fear, and the enabling of my fear by the family of possible set Zeus set, etc., was indeed just another temptation of the soul to keep myself split. Though I did learn that it was the root, and surprisingly the solar plexus, that was helping the throat stay closed. The rest of the chakras apparently very wide open, according to the Akashic records. So I've been working on them as well the past few days, since last recording, and it was mostly, I guess, just me being distracted by starting to call the same numbers that seem to go nowhere, while which would lead to the same advice I was trying to follow, of having to move while moving, and getting over said isolation, when still, I guess, using that self-sabotage to keep me seemingly separate from the rest of the awakening community, who may or may not have had more practice with the whole socialization thing, outside of selective autistic anxiety obsessions and other types of projections and such. Because any other thought regarding that, it just leads to more separation and self-sabotage from everything that I'm trying to choose, and be completely aware of, not being responsible for through this non-ownership, non-doership actualization and embodiment practice of finally being able to channel and have a clear channel, purified and clarified in its expression. The only thing is that it still seems like a death sentence, even if it's just accepting another room to sit around and accept free offerings in and try to save up money, trying not to go to every other offering that may not cost a bit more. Because the way I mean, I'm not going to go into every detail of like assisted living in Florida, I suppose, because it's not even interesting to me. Like I said, it's seems like just another stagnation step towards something that's supposed to be hopeful on the side of the embodiment that doesn't even seem to want to have interest, because how could I if it would be continuing to push that whole lack of sovereignty, being chosen by sovereignty, and then trying to push that onto me through the quantum entanglements and stuff that I've already gone into in prior videos. I don't know. I guess I have to take the advice I got from a tarot card reader and move in silence and hope that it does lead to more fulfilling feelings of sustainability in these meditations. Even if the best thing that my ego can come up with is I'd have to be more discerning in the practice of discernment, which I've been trying to do, just like all the other things I've been trying to attempt to do. And maybe it won't be just another, you know, pessimistic type of presence where the transmutation can not be cared about as much as I seemingly have to go against myself in these types of situations just to, in the past, find any kind of relevance to myself and things. But I did also get my email back, so I think there's also some resistance in sharing this address with my YouTube, other YouTube, where I just play video games and have a couple followers from there. But again, that's just another attempt to keep me distracted, I guess. So yeah, a lot of sharing today. And it's good to get it out. Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot to think about. And either way, I'm going to have to move out of the house. So the best I can come up with is I'm going to get robbed, and it's just going to be another transition between another, that if I can't, like I said, be able to find a sort of functionality and balance between the spiritual and the living, when everyone spiritual is saying, don't look outside yourself, while you sit there waiting to be thrown out of a house and be completely homeless, because then you might have fear. And then if you have fear, then you can't go and look externalized. So how are you going to get out of this loop of trying not to get stuck in your head when meditating? And they call me fatalistic.